Top 20 celebrities who are horrible to their fans.
What'd you say? You heard what I said, man. What'd you say? You heard what I fucking said, right?
Please, Lea, seriously?
From shocking insults to cold rejections, these stars have left their fans feeling stunned and heartbroken. You'd expect celebrities to appreciate the people who've made them famous, right? Well, think again. We're diving into jaw-dropping moments where Hollywood's biggest names acted downright horrible to their own supporters. Imagine paying thousands for a quick brush-off or watching your hero lash out over a simple selfie. Why do some of our favorite icons treat their fans so poorly? Get ready for some serious surprises as we count down the top 20 celebrities who are horrible to their fans. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz, adored for her bubbly and radiant on-screen personality, has a less than favorable reputation when it comes to fan interactions. The actress has often made headlines for her unwillingness to take photos or sign autographs, a stance she has defended passionately.
Well, thankfully I didn't have to.
A remark that has fueled years of debate over the boundaries between celebrities and their admirers. In 2006, Autograph Collector magazine crowned her the worst Hollywood autograph signer, citing repeated complaints from disappointed fans. One incident that particularly stands out occurred at the premiere of her 2014 film Sex Tape. Excited fans gathered at the event, some waiting for hours just for a moment with their favorite star. However, Diaz remained aloof, refusing to engage with the crowd, leaving many feeling snubbed and upset. The actress later explained that she doesn't want to set a precedent for such interactions, suggesting that her need for personal boundaries outweighs the expectations of her fan base. Public reaction to Diaz's behavior has been divisive. Some critics argue her stance comes across as ungrateful, while others defend her right to privacy, emphasizing the immense pressure celebrities face. The mixed responses have led to a somewhat complicated public image. While she continues to be celebrated for her film roles, her reputation as a less-than-warm celebrity off-screen persists. This raises the broader question of how fame and fan expectations intersect, and whether Diaz's approach is self-protective or simply standoffish. Lea Michele. Lea Michele, famous for playing the ambitious and self-centered Rachel Berry on Glee, has faced accusations that life imitates art. One notable incident involved Hailee Steinfeld, then a young aspiring actress. At just 14 years old, Steinfeld encountered Michele while auditioning for True Grit. Excitedly approaching her idol for an autograph, Steinfeld was devastated when Michelle's personal assistant brusquely told her she didn't have time. "I was crying on the way home," Steinfeld recounted, a moment that left a lasting impression on her. Ironically, Steinfeld would later become an Oscar-nominated star, and the two women eventually reconciled at the 2011 SAG Awards. While no additional reports of rudeness toward fans have gone viral, Michelle's reputation remains marred by perceptions that her Glee character's diva-like traits are more reality than fiction. Rumors of her aloof and demanding behavior have persisted, fueled by stories shared not just by fans, but also former co-stars. On social media, reactions to these claims have been harsh. Michele has faced backlash, with people branding her as ungrateful and arrogant. Conversations about her behavior continue to resurface whenever new allegations come to light, complicating her public image. Despite occasional apologies and efforts to rebrand, Michelle's legacy remains intertwined with these tales of entitlement. Though she has her defenders who emphasize the pressures of fame, many are reminded of how fleeting and fragile fan admiration can be. Her story highlights how even one bad interaction can influence a celebrity's reputation for years to come. Toby Maguire. Toby Maguire, beloved for his portrayal of the friendly and humble Spider-Man, has a surprisingly unfriendly reputation off-screen. Despite playing a superhero known for protecting everyday people, Maguire has often shown a more guarded side to his real-life fans. Known for avoiding autographs and frequently shielding his face from paparazzi, his behavior has raised eyebrows over the years. In 2007, one incident particularly stood out. Maguire allegedly snatched a camera from a fan's hand. The act felt even more ironic, given that his character, Peter Parker, famously works as a photographer. Unfortunately, details surrounding the incident remain scarce, and Maguire has never publicly commented on it. The actor has also been rumored to throw occasional public tantrums, though concrete examples of these episodes are hard to come by. Fans have expressed disappointment in this behavior, especially considering how Maguire's on-screen persona inspired so many with his kindness and relatability. Criticism online often points out the disconnect between the beloved Spider-Man and the seemingly distant man behind the mask. Still, some defend his desire for privacy, arguing that intense fame can be overwhelming, especially for someone as low profile as Maguire. While his performances continue to resonate, Maguire's elusive and occasionally confrontational demeanor has undeniably impacted his public image. The incidents serve as a reminder that the pressures of Hollywood can affect even those who seem most down to earth, adding complexity to his legacy as one of the early 2000s most iconic heroes. Britney Spears. Britney Spears, a pop icon adored for her dazzling stage presence and deep connection with her fan base, has not always delivered the fan experiences her admirers dream of. In 2014, Spears hosted a meet and greet that left many of her most loyal followers feeling disappointed. Fans who paid $2,500 for the experience were shocked to discover they would only get about 3 seconds with the star. Strict rules forbade any physical contact, including hugging or touching, making the encounter feel uncomfortably cold and impersonal. One attendee described the atmosphere as awkward and uncomfortable, a sentiment that quickly spread among disappointed fans. This incident isn't an isolated case. Over the years, reports have surfaced of fans feeling underwhelmed by their interactions with Spears. However, much of the public and media scrutiny surrounding these moments must be seen in the context of the immense pressures she has faced. From relentless paparazzi harassment to the conservatorship ordeal that dominated headlines, Spears has endured years of intense and invasive attention. Despite her rollercoaster relationship with fame, many fans still rally behind her, showing compassion for the challenges she's faced. Yet, some argue that those who invest heavily in meeting their idol deserve a more genuine experience. The mixed responses reflect Spears' complicated journey through fame, where the intense glare of the spotlight continues to affect not only her life, but also the ways she connects, or fails to connect, with the fans who have supported her through it all. Bruce Willis, famous for his iconic tough guy roles in Die Hard and Pulp Fiction, has also developed a reputation for being difficult off-camera. Director Kevin Smith, who worked with Willis on Cop Out, didn't hold back when sharing his experiences. Smith described Willis as unhappy, bitter, and mean, openly expressing the frustration of trying to direct the action star. According to Smith, Willis's behavior created a tense and exhausting environment on set. Allegedly, this gruff demeanor has also extended to fans. One incident stands out where Willis reportedly yelled at children who recognized him in a mall's food court. While the details are scarce, the image of the actor scolding excited young fans paints a disappointing picture, especially considering how some Hollywood stars are known for embracing children's adoration. This story has even fueled speculation about why Willis has largely avoided roles in family-friendly films, a genre often loved by child fans and their parents. Reactions to Willis's reputation have been mixed. While some fans defend him, attributing any standoffishness to the pressures of fame or personal struggles, others have expressed disappointment that their childhood hero could be so unapproachable. Over the years, this reputation has arguably kept Willis at a distance from the public, contributing to a perception of him as someone who might play the hero on screen, but is far from heroic when dealing with admirers in real life. Join me on this exciting journey, comment one. If you'll watch until the end, there are some big surprises you won't want to miss. Chris Brown, despite his undeniable talent and chart-topping hits, has developed a reputation for troubling behavior that extends well beyond his music career. The most infamous incident in his past remains his 2009 assault on then-girlfriend Rihanna, a case that shocked the world and continues to shape how he is perceived. But his contentious relationship with the public doesn't end there. In 2013, Brown drew backlash after a confrontation involving merchandise sales. Fans criticized the high prices of his branded items, prompting the singer to complain rather than address their concerns. That same year, he found himself in legal trouble once again. arrested for allegedly punching a man who photobombed a picture he was taking with two female fans. Witnesses reported that Brown made a homophobic comment, reportedly saying he wasn't into this gay stuff, a remark that only fueled further outrage and criticism. Brown's series of public outbursts and altercations have alienated even some of his most loyal supporters. Many fans who once adored his music have distanced themselves, disturbed by his repeated missteps and lack of remorse. Social media has often been a battleground, with some defending him as a flawed but redeemable artist, while others demand more accountability. Brown's repeated controversies illustrate a cycle of behavior that has significantly tarnished his reputation, casting a shadow over his career and leaving an undeniable stain on his legacy, regardless of his continued musical success. Kanye West, one of the most influential and polarizing figures in modern music, is notorious for his unpredictable and often disrespectful behavior. While fans adore his artistry, they've also witnessed his tendency to snub and berate those who support him. At a recent Super Bowl, West appeared visibly annoyed when fans approached him for a selfie, brushing them off with irritation. It's hardly the first time he's shown a lack of patience with admirers. One of the most infamous incidents happened during a concert, where Kanye demanded the entire audience stand up and refused to continue performing until everyone complied. The situation turned awkward when he scolded fans who remained seated, only to realize they were in wheelchairs. The moment underscored a troubling disconnect between his grandiose demands and the reality of his audience. Moreover, Kanye has been known to throw fans out of his shows for seemingly minor interruptions, like speaking or shouting while he performs. This is particularly ironic given his history of interrupting major events himself, such as Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. Fans have expressed frustration and disbelief over these confrontational moments, feeling they conflict with the joy and excitement that his music often inspires. Despite his undeniable talent and significant cultural impact, Kanye's erratic and dismissive interactions have soured his relationship with parts of his fan base. His behavior continues to spark debates about artistry versus respect, as admirers and critics alike grapple with the complexities of supporting such a divisive figure. Justin Bieber, once the teen heartthrob whose charm captivated millions, has repeatedly made headlines for his troubling and disrespectful behavior toward fans. One of the most infamous incidents occurred when Bieber was filmed spitting from a hotel balcony as a crowd of excited admirers gathered below. The shocking footage drew immense backlash, with many accusing him of being blatantly ungrateful for the support that made him a global superstar. His problematic behavior didn't stop there. During a trip to Australia, Bieber cruelly mocked a curvy woman, comparing her to a beached whale, a comment that was widely condemned. He has also frustrated fans by showing up late to performances or abruptly walking off stage. In one bizarre incident, he took a fan's phone and, in a move that left many speechless, shoved it down his pants before returning it. Such antics have alienated some of his audience, with critics expressing exhaustion over his repeated lack of respect. Yet despite the controversies, Bieber's fanbase remains loyal, with many forgiving his missteps and pointing to his youth and the intense pressure of fame as contributing factors. Others argue that his behavior reflects an attitude of entitlement, one that shows little regard for the people who have supported his career. While Bieber has made efforts to mature and apologize over the years, his past actions have left a lasting impression, creating a legacy as complicated as the star himself. Kim Kardashian, a reality TV mogul and social media powerhouse, has faced accusations of being far less gracious than her glamorous public image suggests. While her millions of followers admire her influence and style behind the scenes, reports paint a less flattering picture. According to unnamed sources, Kardashian allegedly called her fans gullible, stupid, boring, and pathetic in voicemails and texts sent to her ex-husband, Chris Humphries. These claims, though unverified, have contributed to her image as a mean girl who may not respect the very people who fuel her fame. Her reported behavior doesn't stop there. Fans have frequently complained about Kardashian dismissing requests for selfies and openly refusing to interact with admirers in public. This disdainful attitude, some observers speculate, might help explain her past relationship with Kanye West, another celebrity notorious for his combative demeanor with fans. Despite these claims, Kardashian's empire remains unshaken. Many fans continue to admire her for her business acumen and fashion sense, choosing to overlook her perceived unkindness. However, critics argue that the rumors highlight a troubling aspect of celebrity culture, where influence and popularity can mask less than admirable traits. While Kardashian has addressed numerous controversies throughout her career, she has largely remained silent on these allegations, leaving the public to wonder if her glitzy persona hides a more dismissive and calculating reality. The contrast between her adoring fan base and whispered tales of rudeness underscores the complexity and contradictions of her celebrity. Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande, with her powerhouse vocals and immense global following, hasn't always maintained a harmonious relationship with her fans. Stories of her brushing off admirers and refusing to be photographed unless from her good side have sparked debates about whether the pop star's diva reputation is deserved. Yet one of the most infamous moments that damaged her public image was the 2015 donut incident, where surveillance footage captured Grande licking donuts on display in a California shop, laughing and declaring, "I hate America." The footage went viral, leading to outrage over her behavior and perceived disrespect. Grande quickly issued apologies, but many critics found them insincere, accusing her of trying to salvage her image rather than truly expressing remorse. The backlash was severe, with people questioning the authenticity of her persona. Further fueling her controversy was a claim reportedly from a disgruntled associate that Grande once said she wished her fans would die, a comment she has never publicly addressed, but which has lingered, darkening perceptions of her attitude towards her loyal supporters. While the singer's star power remains undeniable and she continues to top the charts and sell out arenas, these incidents have left a mark. Some fans have grown tired of her perceived entitlement, while others staunchly defend her, arguing that her immense fame comes with extraordinary pressures. Still, her apologies and attempts to explain herself are often seen as more strategic than heartfelt, leaving many to wonder if her glamorous exterior conceals an ungrateful streak beneath the surface. Has Ariana Grande's behavior damaged her reputation in your eyes? Comment with yes or no and share your thoughts on whether she's done enough to make amends with her fans. Doja Cat. Doja Cat, the genre-blending pop and rap sensation, is as known for her chart-topping hits as she is for her unpredictable and often controversial interactions with fans. While social media has been instrumental in catapulting her career, it's also where she's been heavily scrutinized for how she engages with her followers. Doja frequently responds to fan requests and comments with biting sarcasm or apparent annoyance, leaving some fans feeling dismissed or insulted. For example, she's been known to mock her fan base's obsession with her appearance, even telling fans to unfollow her if they're only interested in her looks or personal life. This kind of bluntness has sparked backlash, with fans and critics debating whether her behavior is refreshingly honest or unnecessarily harsh. In one instance, she angered fans by jokingly calling out those who demanded more content or expressed disappointment in her projects, seemingly downplaying the dedication of those who helped elevate her fame. Yet despite, or perhaps because of, her sharp online presence, Doja has maintained a fiercely loyal following. Some admirers defend her, arguing that her no-nonsense attitude and playful trolling are part of her authenticity, while others believe she should be more mindful of the impact her words have on her community. These tense exchanges highlight the complexity of celebrity fan dynamics in the digital age, with Doja Cat standing out as an artist unafraid to challenge and confront her fan base, even if it means alienating some along the way. Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, forever linked to his breakout role as Edward Cullen in Twilight, has a complicated relationship with fame and his legions of fans. Known for his sarcastic and self-deprecating humor, Pattinson has often expressed discomfort with the intense spotlight and obsessive attention that followed his rise to superstardom. In numerous interviews, he's made biting remarks about the Twilight series and joked about the bizarre experiences that come with fame, which some fans have interpreted as disdainful or dismissive. His aloof and irreverent approach has led to mixed reactions. While many appreciate his honesty and find his candid comments refreshing, others feel let down by his seeming lack of gratitude for the fan base that propelled his career. For example, he's humorously described being stalked by fans and mocked elements of the Twilight franchise, including questioning why so many people are drawn to a pale, sparkly vampire. Although intended as jokes, these comments have sometimes struck a nerve with devoted followers who deeply cherish the series. Despite his occasionally prickly demeanor, Pattinson has also shown vulnerability, acknowledging that fame can be overwhelming and anxiety-inducing. His struggles with balancing a private life and public image make him a relatable figure for many, while also highlighting the emotional toll of global stardom. As he's moved on to acclaimed roles in films like The Lighthouse and The Batman, his complex relationship with his Twilight roots and his sometimes strained connection with fans remains an intriguing part of his celebrity narrative. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence, often celebrated for her relatable girl-next-door charm, has occasionally clashed with the very fan base that adores her. While she's known for her candid humor and down-to-earth demeanor, there have been moments where her approach has seemed dismissive or overly protective of her privacy, leaving some fans feeling slighted. One example is Lawrence's well-documented discomfort with fan encounters in public spaces. She has openly admitted to avoiding people who recognize her, even joking about running away or being intentionally rude to avoid interactions. "I become incredibly rude," she once said in an interview, explaining that it's a method she uses to preserve her sense of normalcy. While some appreciate her honesty about the difficulties of constant public scrutiny, others have interpreted this behavior as a lack of appreciation for her fans. Her insistence on maintaining strict boundaries has sometimes come across as aloof. Lawrence has been criticized for comments suggesting that she finds the intense adoration uncomfortable and overwhelming. Yet many fans understand her perspective, especially considering how invasive fame can be. Her experiences highlight the complex balance celebrities must strike between protecting their personal lives and engaging with their audience. Despite these occasional controversies, Lawrence's overall reputation as a genuine and humorous star largely remains intact. However, her need for space and candidness about her discomfort with fan attention serve as reminders of the intense pressures that come with Hollywood fame, and how even the most seemingly approachable stars often struggle to manage it. Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe, the Oscar-winning actor renowned for his powerful performances in films like Gladiator and A Beautiful Mind, is equally known for his fiery temper and contentious interactions with fans and the paparazzi. His reputation for being short-fused has been solidified by numerous publicized altercations that have left a lasting impression. Crowe's run-ins with admirers and photographers have sometimes turned aggressive. He has been accused of snapping at fans who approached him at inopportune moments or failed to respect his boundaries. His frustrations with intrusive attention have occasionally boiled over, resulting in outbursts that have been well documented. One infamous example was his 2005 arrest in New York for assaulting a hotel clerk with a telephone, a moment that became a defining incident in his history of confrontations. His tense relationship with the paparazzi has also been a frequent point of discussion. Crowe has shown little patience for photographers who invade his privacy, often clashing with them in heated exchanges. While some argue that his reactions stem from a desire to protect his personal life from the relentless glare of celebrity culture, others see his behavior as emblematic of a volatile temperament. Despite his evident talent and status as one of Hollywood's most respected actors, Crowe's outbursts have somewhat tarnished his public image. His history serves as a reminder of the intense pressures of fame and how even celebrated stars can struggle to manage the frustrations that come with being constantly under the public eye. Rihanna. Rihanna, the global superstar and business mogul behind hits like Umbrella and the Fenty beauty empire, is adored for her fearless style and empowering music. Yet, despite her passionate and dedicated fan base, there have been moments where she's come off as aloof or disengaged, leading some to criticize her for not always appearing invested in her fans' admiration. Critics have pointed out instances where Rihanna's interactions with fans seemed distant or lacking enthusiasm. For example, she's known for enforcing strict boundaries during meet and greets, where she sometimes maintains a cool, no-nonsense demeanor. This contrasts sharply with the adoration fans shower upon her, and it has occasionally disappointed those hoping for more warmth or engagement. Additionally, she's been candid about prioritizing her privacy and self-care, a stance that, while understandable, can sometimes leave fans feeling left out. Still, many of her supporters admire her for being unapologetically herself, even when it means stepping back from the constant demands of fame. Her social media presence, where she occasionally responds to fans with humor or playful sarcasm, has helped soften this image, and when she does engage, it often comes across as authentic and heartfelt, reaffirming the loyalty of her navy. Ultimately, Rihanna's blend of independence and occasional aloofness reflects a star who navigates fame on her own terms. While some may wish for more consistent engagement, her charisma and realness keep her fan base fiercely devoted, appreciating that even icons need their space. Do you think Rihanna's boundaries with fans are reasonable or too strict? Comment with 0 inches if you think she's being too aloof, or 9 inches if you respect her need for space. Jared Leto, an Academy Award-winning actor and the frontman of the band 30 Seconds to Mars, is famous for his method acting and deep immersion into his roles. However, this intense dedication has sometimes led to a reputation for being detached or even unapproachable both on and off set. His commitment to characters like the Joker in Suicide Squad, where he stayed in character even between takes, reportedly unsettled not only his co-stars but also colored fans' perceptions of his persona. Leto's interactions with admirers have occasionally reflected this same intensity. He's known to be enigmatic and at times distant, which can make approaching him feel intimidating. His deep focus on his craft and his eccentric public appearances, such as sporting unusual outfits or cryptic behavior during events, reinforce this image of him as a serious and sometimes aloof artist. Fans who attend 30 Seconds to Mars concerts have noted that while he delivers high-energy performances, his offstage demeanor can seem reserved and mysterious. Despite the criticism, many fans respect his commitment to his art and admire the transformative performances that have come from his method approach. Yet some people have expressed a desire for him to be more relatable or down-to-earth, especially during public and fan engagements. His reputation is a complex blend of reverence for his skill and wariness of his intensity, a reminder that artistic dedication can sometimes create distance between a star and their admirers. Sandra Bullock, one of Hollywood's most beloved and respected actresses, is known for her warmth on screen and her reputation as America's sweetheart. However, her off-screen demeanor has sometimes shown a more guarded and private side, particularly when it comes to fan interactions. Though she is generally gracious and polite, there have been moments where Bullock's discomfort in public settings has been apparent, giving the impression of someone who fiercely guards her personal space. Bullock has often expressed her desire to keep her private life separate from her public persona, a stance that has occasionally made her seem distant or hesitant during fan encounters. For example, she has been known to avoid crowds or decline photo requests, especially when she feels the situation may infringe on her personal boundaries or disrupt her sense of normalcy. Fans who have witnessed these interactions have sometimes interpreted them as aloofness, though many also understand the challenges of being constantly in the public eye. Despite these occasional perceptions, Bullock remains widely adored for her humility and kindness. Her approach to fame reflects a need to protect herself and her family from the intense scrutiny that comes with being a high-profile star. Many fans appreciate that her desire for privacy doesn't come from a place of unkindness, but rather from a sense of self-preservation in a world that can be overwhelmingly invasive. Her careful balance of accessibility and guardedness underscores the reality that even the most relatable stars need space to feel safe and grounded. Miles Teller, known for his standout performances in films like Whiplash and Top Gun: Maverick, has sometimes struggled to shake off a reputation for being standoffish or aloof. This perception is fueled in part by his occasionally blunt or sarcastic demeanor during interviews and reported interactions with fans. "I don't feel the need to try and win anybody over," Teller once said, a comment that has been interpreted by some as a reflection of his no-nonsense attitude toward fame. Fans and journalists alike have described encounters where Teller appeared disinterested or curt, leading to criticism that he doesn't seem particularly appreciative of the admiration he receives. These stories have shaped a view of the actor as someone who prioritizes authenticity over charm, a stance that can come across as abrasive. Additionally, his straightforward approach to interviews, where he has sometimes dismissed questions or responded with dry humor, hasn't always endeared him to the public. However, Teller's supporters argue that his demeanor is often misunderstood, emphasizing that his focus on his craft and a desire to avoid superficiality shouldn't be mistaken for unkindness. Despite the mixed reactions, his undeniable talent keeps audiences intrigued, even if some wish for a more approachable public persona. Ultimately, Teller's complex image highlights the fine line between being genuine and being perceived as detached, reminding fans that Hollywood stars, too, come with their own quirks and boundaries. William Shatner. William Shatner, the iconic Star Trek captain, has long been known not only for his legendary performances, but also for his eccentric personality. This uniqueness has contributed to a reputation for sometimes awkward or uncomfortable encounters with fans. Shatner's offbeat humor and candidness in fan interactions have occasionally led to misunderstandings, with some describing him as standoffish or unapproachable. "I'm not here to please people," Shatner once remarked, a reflection of his unapologetic approach to fame and his interactions with admirers. Over the years, numerous accounts have surfaced of Shatner's blunt responses to fans at conventions or his reluctance to engage in lengthy discussions about Star Trek. While many of these stories seem to stem from his playful but often misunderstood sense of humor, others highlight moments where his directness rubbed fans the wrong way. For example, fans who eagerly discuss franchise lore have sometimes felt dismissed by his casual disinterest in the details that have become so important to the Star Trek community. Despite these occasional discomforts, Shatner has a fiercely loyal following, many of whom appreciate his charm and wit. His fans often acknowledge that his eccentricities are part of what makes him so memorable. Yet his mixed reputation serves as a reminder of the complexities of being a beloved cultural icon. Shatner's interactions, whether awkward or entertaining, highlight the unique challenges that come with decades of public attention and the ways celebrities handle their enduring fame. 20 celebrities who are surprisingly Muslim.
I want to love like the love in the Notebook, the one that split the sky, man.
Think you know everything about your favorite celebrities? Think again. From global superstars to Hollywood legends, some of the most famous faces in the world have a side you never expected. They're Muslim, that's right. Faith journeys that defy stereotypes, stories of conversion, and identities often kept under wraps. What drives these icons to embrace a path so different from what we think we know about them? In this countdown, we reveal 20 celebrities whose Muslim faith might just shock you. Who are they? And how did their spiritual journeys shape their rise to fame? Let's dive in. You won't believe who's on this list. Zayn Malik.
Let it go, now you're good to go. It's go hard.
Zayn Malik, former One Direction heartthrob, is often associated with pop stardom rather than spiritual reflection. However, the British-Pakistani singer has openly discussed his Muslim upbringing and continues to identify with Islam despite facing scrutiny from some quarters. In an industry characterized by glamour and a lifestyle often seen as inconsistent with traditional values, Zayn's religious identity has sparked curiosity and debate. I believe whatever people's religious beliefs are, that's between them and whoever or whatever they're practicing, Zayn shared in an interview, reflecting his approach to faith as personal and nuanced. Born to a Pakistani Muslim father and English mother in Bradford, England, Zayn grew up attending a mosque and celebrating Islamic traditions. Yet his tattoos, smoking, and a jet-setting lifestyle clash with conservative interpretations of Islamic practice, leading some to question his religious sincerity. The surprise factor stems largely from Zayn's public image. The music industry rarely intersects with overt religiosity, and his rock star persona, complete with rebellious aesthetics and high-profile romances, challenges stereotypes of Muslim figures in media. Furthermore, cultural expectations surrounding Muslim identities often overlook the diversity of expressions within the faith. Despite criticisms, Zayn's spiritual heritage continues to influence his worldview. In the face of Islamophobic backlash, he's used his platform to speak against racial and religious discrimination. His journey reflects the complexity of being both a global superstar and a Muslim, underscoring that faith, like fame, can be multifaceted and deeply personal. Shaquille ONeal.
Since I'm the owner of the restaurant, I give you a lifetime warranty. Look at that!
Shaquille ONeal, the towering NBA legend and four-time champion, is known for his dominance on the basketball court and his larger-than-life personality. Yet one of the most unexpected aspects of Shaq's identity is his connection to Islam. Despite being raised in a Christian household with a Muslim stepfather, Shaq has identified himself as Muslim in various interviews and biographies, surprising many fans who associate him with basketball more than any particular faith. "I'm Muslim, I'm Jewish, I'm Buddhist, I'm everybody because I'm a people person," Shaq once said, highlighting his spiritual inclusivity and respect for all religious paths. His faith journey, however, has deeper roots in Islam. His stepfather, Philip Harrison, was a devout Muslim who influenced Shaq's understanding of the religion and instilled a sense of spiritual openness. The surprise factor lies in Shaq's multi-religious outlook and the way he integrates different spiritual beliefs into his life. As a sports and media icon, he doesn't outwardly emphasize any one faith, which challenges typical assumptions about religious adherence. His public persona, marked by humor and a focus on universal values like kindness and generosity, resonates broadly rather than being confined to a specific spiritual tradition. Shaq's embrace of Islam adds complexity to his well-known image as a global superstar and philanthropist. By staying true to his roots and embracing a multi-faith identity, he encourages a more inclusive understanding of spirituality in the world of professional sports. Janet Jackson.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Janet Jackson, a global pop icon with over 160 million records sold and 5 Grammy Awards to her name, has always made headlines for her chart-topping music and boundary-pushing performances. Yet in 2015, she stunned fans by converting to Islam, a move that marked a profound spiritual turn in her life. Raised as a Jehovah's Witness alongside her famous family, her faith journey took an unexpected path when she married Qatari businessman Wissam Al-Mana. Janet's conversion came as a surprise, given her history as a pop culture trailblazer whose career often pushed societal norms. Known for her bold fashion statements and provocative lyrics, some wondered how this transformation aligned with her past. However, those close to her have noted a newfound sense of peace and balance in her life since embracing Islam. "My faith has inspired me to live a life with greater purpose," Janet reportedly expressed, emphasizing her commitment to personal growth and spiritual fulfillment. Despite eventually separating from Al-Mana in 2017, Janet has retained her Islamic beliefs, showing that her conversion was not solely tied to her marriage. The public's reaction has been mixed. While some fans praised her for embracing a faith that brought her peace, others struggled to reconcile this with her previous public image. Her story challenges preconceived notions of religious identity and demonstrates how personal faith can transform even the most dazzling of lives, reminding the world that spirituality often transcends societal expectations. Lupe Fiasco.
Outside of music has always been the martial arts.
Lupe Fiasco, the socially conscious rapper behind hits like Kick, Push and Superstar, stands out in the world of hip-hop for his thoughtful lyrics and rejection of industry norms. What many fans may not realize is that he's a practicing Muslim, a spiritual foundation that significantly shapes his artistry and life. Despite growing up in Chicago, immersed in a culture often celebrated in mainstream rap, Lupe initially disliked hip-hop because of its frequent references to violence, drugs and misogyny, elements he felt conflicted with his faith. "I don't deal with certain subjects because of my moral compass, because of my religion, because of my faith," Lupe has said, explaining his decision to carve out a space for intelligent, socially responsible rap. His music avoids promoting negative themes, instead addressing issues like poverty, social justice and self-improvement, inspired by his Islamic values of compassion and ethical responsibility. What makes his religious identity surprising is how infrequently it's discussed, especially compared to his public persona as a lyricist and activist. The hip-hop scene, often characterized by braggadocio and hedonism, rarely intersects with the spiritual modesty that Lupe represents. His faith, which he practices quietly and without fanfare, expands the narrative around what a successful rapper can stand for. By blending his Islamic values with his musical passion, Lupe has become a beacon of thoughtful expression, reminding listeners that authenticity and spirituality can coexist meaningfully in hip-hop. His career demonstrates the power of faith in shaping art that elevates rather than degrades. TPain. TPain, the artist whose auto-tune sound defined a generation of music with hits like Buy You a Drank and I'm Sprung, has a spiritual side that many fans might not expect. Born Fahim Rashid Najm, he was raised in a Muslim household in Tallahassee, Florida, a fact that contrasts sharply with his wild party anthems and flamboyant public persona. Yet, TPain's views on faith have evolved significantly over time, leading him to adopt a broader spiritual outlook. Despite his Muslim upbringing, TPain expresses beliefs that incorporate elements from various religions. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in Buddha. I believe in a lot of things, he once said, emphasizing his reluctance to be confined to a single religious label. For TPain, faith is about embracing the essence of multiple spiritual teachings while valuing individual free will. The surprise factor comes from the contrast between his religious background and his career, which often highlights themes of excess and indulgence. Given the public's perception of traditional religious identities, TPain's openness to exploring different spiritual philosophies adds complexity to his image. He stands as an example of someone whose faith defies simple categorization, preferring a more inclusive and reflective approach. By acknowledging his diverse beliefs and upbringing, TPain challenges conventional ideas about religion in the entertainment world. His journey reflects the reality that faith can be multifaceted and personal, even for a star who's known for his carefree, celebratory music. Join me on this journey and let's explore together. Comment number 1 to let me know you'll be watching till the end. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up in this video. Iman.
And then she said about my earlobes. I've never seen such, small earlobes. Those are the sign of royalty.
Iman, the legendary Somali-American supermodel and business mogul, has long been a symbol of elegance and global beauty. Her stage name, Iman, fittingly means faith in Arabic, yet many are surprised to learn she is a devout Muslim. Born Iman Mohammed Abdul Majid in Mogadishu, Somalia, she was raised in a Muslim household and has spoken about how her faith and heritage have shaped her. Despite her dazzling career in the fashion industry, an industry often associated with values and norms that contrast sharply with traditional religious teachings, Iman has managed to balance her faith with her professional life. My faith is not an accessory, nor is it something I talk about lightly, she once reflected, acknowledging the deep personal impact Islam has had on her resilience and sense of purpose. Iman's rise to international fame in the 1970s and 1980s coincided with her role as a groundbreaking model, paving the way for diversity in an industry dominated by Western beauty standards. Her Muslim identity often surprises those who equate fashion and modeling with a secular or non-religious lifestyle. Yet, Iman has shown that spirituality and success can coexist in harmony, even in high-pressure environments. Married to music icon David Bowie until his passing in 2016, Iman has navigated a unique life journey, using her platform for philanthropy and advocacy while maintaining her personal beliefs. Her story expands the narrative of what it means to be a Muslim woman in a global, highly visible industry. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, one of the most iconic and controversial comedians of our time, is known for his razor-sharp humor and fearless social commentary. Yet, many fans are unaware that Chappelle converted to Islam in 1998, a fact that adds surprising depth to his public persona. Raised by a Unitarian Universalist minister and initially an atheist, his spiritual path took an unexpected turn as he searched for deeper meaning amid his rising fame. I don't normally talk about my religion publicly because I don't want people to associate me and my flaws with this beautiful thing, Chappelle has explained, emphasizing that his faith is personal and not meant to be used as a prop in his comedy. His relationship with Islam is reflected in his dedication to humility, community, and a sense of spiritual grounding, even as he navigates the unpredictable world of entertainment. Chappelle's attempt to perform the Hajj pilgrimage, a major religious duty for Muslims, was thwarted in Turkey due to visa complications, underscoring his commitment despite the challenges. The surprise of his faith comes partly from the provocative and edgy themes in his stand-up routines, which often explore race, culture, and politics in ways that seem, at first glance, irreverent. Yet for Chappelle, his Islamic beliefs are a source of inner peace. His faith influences his respect for introspection and human dignity, demonstrating that spirituality can coexist with a career built on challenging societal norms and sparking conversation. Dr. Oz and Dr. Mehmet Oz, widely recognized as the charismatic host of the Dr. Oz Show, is a familiar face in health and wellness media, yet many are surprised to learn that this renowned surgeon and television personality is a practicing Muslim. Born to Turkish parents in Cleveland, Ohio, Dr. Oz's Muslim identity often takes a back seat in discussions about his medical expertise and celebrity status. Raised in a culturally rich, faith-conscious household, Dr. Oz's spiritual foundation was influenced by his father, Mustafa Oz, a devout Muslim and successful physician. Despite his deep roots in Islam, Dr. Oz describes his spiritual views as eclectic and has publicly expressed interest in the connections between medicine, spirituality, and different world religions. This nuanced approach is seen in his emphasis on holistic wellness, integrating Eastern and Western medical practices. His faith background surprises many because his high-profile career, focused on science and media, doesn't fit stereotypical representations of Muslim identities. Additionally, his association with figures like Oprah Winfrey and his broad mainstream appeal have made his religious beliefs less visible. Still, Dr. Oz's Turkish heritage and Islamic upbringing subtly shape his worldview. He's spoken about the importance of mindfulness and service, values deeply aligned with Islamic teachings. As a healthcare advocate, Dr. Oz has used his platform to promote healthy living and global medical awareness, demonstrating that faith and science can work in tandem to improve lives. His story is a reminder that spiritual depth often underpins even the most public and science-oriented careers. Mike Tyson, the former undisputed heavyweight boxing champion of the world, has a well-documented past full of extraordinary victories, shocking controversies, and dramatic personal transformation. Yet many are surprised to learn that Tyson proudly identifies as a Muslim, a faith he embraced during one of the darkest periods of his life. His conversion took place in the 1990s, while serving time in prison, and since then Islam has played a crucial role in his journey toward redemption and self-awareness. "Allah doesn't need me, I need Allah," Tyson has said, expressing how his faith has provided him with guidance and humility. Known for his fierce, unstoppable presence in the ring, holding all 3 major boxing championship belts at one point, Tyson's persona off the mat has become more reflective and spiritually driven over the years. His path to Islam is all the more compelling given his tumultuous career, marked by legal troubles, financial ruin, and infamous incidents like the ear-biting scandal with Evander Holyfield. For many, it's hard to reconcile the image of the fearsome Iron Mike with the man who now frequently discusses his faith and has performed Umrah, the Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca. Islam has influenced Tyson's efforts to reform his life, helping him cultivate a more peaceful mindset. Despite occasional lapses into old habits, his public embrace of his faith has drawn both admiration and skepticism. Ultimately, Tyson's story illustrates the potential for faith to bring transformation, even to those whose pasts seem defined by chaos and aggression. Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie, a global film icon and humanitarian, is known for her humanitarian work, eclectic spirituality, and a deep interest in global cultures and religions. While she has never publicly declared herself a Muslim, Jolie's spiritual journey includes serious exploration of multiple faiths, including Islam. Her frequent visits to Pakistan, extensive work with Muslim communities as a United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR envoy, and stated desire to raise children of different religious backgrounds have sparked conversations about her openness to Islam. Jolie's upbringing was secular, but her spiritual curiosity has grown alongside her humanitarian efforts. "I have a Buddhist son, and I'd like all of my children to explore their own faiths," she has shared, reflecting her inclusive approach to religion. Her interactions with various cultures and faiths have clearly influenced her worldview and her family, which includes children from diverse cultural and religious backgrounds. Her connection to Islam, while not explicit or exclusive, has manifested in her deep empathy and advocacy for Muslim refugees. Jolie has worked tirelessly to raise awareness about crises in predominantly Muslim regions, and her visits to places like Pakistan and Syria have fueled speculation about her spiritual leanings. However, her spirituality remains open and fluid, making it surprising yet fitting for a woman whose life defies easy categorization. Jolie's story reminds us that spiritual exploration can be a meaningful part of one's global engagement, especially when rooted in a desire to connect with and uplift diverse communities around the world. Do you think Angelina Jolie's humanitarian work is influenced by her spiritual exploration? Yes or no? Share your thoughts in the comments. Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid, one of the most recognizable supermodels of her generation, is celebrated for her striking beauty and commanding presence on international runways. Yet, many are surprised to learn that Bella has proudly spoken about her Muslim faith and Palestinian heritage, a part of her identity that has profoundly shaped her life. Born to real estate mogul Mohammed Hadid, a Palestinian Muslim, and former model Yolanda Hadid, Bella grew up learning about her father's culture and faith, even though her upbringing in Los Angeles was largely secular. In recent years, Bella has become increasingly vocal about her roots and the impact of her family's history. "I am proud to be a Muslim," she declared in an interview, a bold statement that resonated widely, especially as she became more involved in advocating for Palestinian rights. Her visibility in both the fashion world and humanitarian spheres has made her an influential figure for young Muslims seeking representation in mainstream culture. The surprise factor comes from Bella's glamorous, high-profile lifestyle, which contrasts with stereotypical images of Muslim women often portrayed in the media. Her profession, in an industry known for its extravagance and emphasis on physical appearance, doesn't easily align with traditional religious values, making her open expressions of faith both striking and inspiring. Bella's journey reflects the complex and multifaceted experience of modern Muslims navigating personal faith while achieving global fame. By using her platform to raise awareness for issues affecting Muslim communities, she challenges preconceived notions and encourages a broader understanding of what it means to be a Muslim in today's world. Gigi Hadid. Gigi Hadid, a global fashion icon and one of the most successful supermodels of her generation, shares a rich cultural and religious heritage with her younger sister Bella. As the daughter of Mohammed Hadid, a Palestinian Muslim real estate developer, and Yolanda Hadid, a Dutch-American former model, Gigi grew up in a diverse household where her father's faith and family history were sources of pride and influence. Although Gigi does not openly practice Islam in a traditional sense, she acknowledges and embraces her roots. "We are proud of where we come from," she has said, emphasizing the deep connection she and Bella feel to their Palestinian and Muslim heritage. Gigi's mixed upbringing in Malibu, California, introduced her to a variety of cultures and spiritual practices, shaping a worldview that celebrates inclusivity and respect for different beliefs. Many are surprised by Gigi's Muslim background, largely because of her presence in the high fashion industry, which is often perceived as secular or even at odds with conservative religious values. However, Gigi has used her platform to highlight issues affecting Muslim communities and promote cultural understanding, whether through charity work or social media advocacy. Her identity as a Muslim woman, though not always front and center, adds a layer of depth to her public persona. It exemplifies the diversity within the Muslim community and challenges the narrow stereotypes often depicted in the media. By embracing her heritage, Gigi brings visibility to the fact that faith and fashion can coexist in powerful and inspiring ways. DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, the multi-platinum record producer and charismatic king of catchphrases like "Another One" and "We the Best," is known for his larger-than-life persona and chart-topping collaborations. Yet, beneath the flash of his music career lies a faith he takes very seriously. DJ Khaled is a devout Muslim. Born Khaled Mohammed Khaled to Palestinian parents in New Orleans, his upbringing was rooted in Islamic traditions and values which continue to influence his life and career. Khaled often expresses his faith publicly, incorporating phrases like Alhamdulillah, meaning praise be to God, into his social media posts and music. "My faith is my grounding," he has shared, emphasizing how his belief in God gives him strength and guidance, especially in the high-pressure world of entertainment. His Islamic upbringing instilled in him a sense of gratitude and humility, even as he enjoys extraordinary success. The surprise for many comes from Khaled's flashy lifestyle, complete with luxury cars, expensive jewelry, and endless celebrations, a side of him that seems at odds with a traditional understanding of religious devotion. Yet Khaled's public display of wealth is deeply intertwined with his appreciation of blessings, which he attributes to God. His faith also drives his messages of positivity, hard work, and the importance of family, aligning with core Islamic values. By blending his Muslim identity with his high-profile career, DJ Khaled challenges conventional views of what it means to be a practicing Muslim. His presence in mainstream media serves as a reminder of the faith's diversity and the ways it can empower and uplift. Ice Cube. Ice Cube, the legendary rapper, actor, and former member of the groundbreaking hip-hop group NWA, is known for his raw lyrics, influential music, and powerful presence in Hollywood. However, what surprises many is that Ice Cube embraced Islam in the 1990s and has identified as Muslim ever since. Despite his tough public persona and a career built on often controversial themes, Ice Cube's spiritual beliefs have been a significant, if understated, part of his life. "I mean, what I call myself is a natural Muslim, 'cause it's just me and God," he once explained in an interview, highlighting his personal, independent approach to faith. Ice Cube does not belong to any particular sect and rarely discusses religion in depth, preferring to keep his beliefs personal. Yet his conversion came as he sought a deeper sense of purpose beyond the fame and intensity of his early career in rap. The surprise factor lies in the contrast between his reputation for hard-hitting lyrics about street life and systemic oppression, and the spiritual, disciplined values of Islam. Still, Ice Cube's music often embodies themes of justice and truth, concepts aligned with Islamic teachings. His work in film and music reflects his efforts to challenge societal norms and uplift marginalized voices, a mission that can be seen as spiritually driven. Ice Cube's subtle yet strong connection to Islam is a testament to the diverse ways faith manifests in people's lives. Even without overt religious messaging, his career continues to be informed by a belief in God and a commitment to authenticity and justice. French Montana. French Montana, the Moroccan-American rapper known for hits like Unforgettable and No Stylist, has taken the hip-hop world by storm with his infectious beats and collaborations with major artists. Yet beneath the glittering success and Hollywood lifestyle lies a strong spiritual foundation. French Montana is a proud Muslim, a faith he credits as a driving force in his journey from struggle to stardom. Born Karim Karbouch in Casablanca, Morocco, French Montana moved to the Bronx at the age of 13. He has often spoken about how his upbringing in a Muslim household and the teachings of Islam kept him grounded, especially during the challenging years when his family faced financial hardships. God is the greatest, he frequently declares, emphasizing that his faith gives him strength and gratitude for the blessings in his life. What makes his religious identity surprising is the world he operates in, a hip-hop scene known for themes of excess, materialism, and often controversial lyrics. Yet, French Montana has been vocal about the role of Islam in shaping his values. He participates in Ramadan fasting and regularly references his faith in interviews, discussing how it's helped him maintain focus and a sense of purpose despite the temptations of fame. French Montana's story reflects how faith can coexist with and even empower a career in a demanding and glamorous industry. His rise from a young immigrant in the Bronx to an international music star is, as he sees it, a testament to the power of belief and resilience. What do you think is the most important lesson from French Montana's story about balancing faith and fame? Comment with your thoughts, and let's explore the intersection of spirituality and success. R. Rahman. R. Rahman, the celebrated Indian composer and music producer, is renowned worldwide for his spellbinding film scores, including the Oscar-winning Slumdog Millionaire. However, what many may not know is that Rahman, born as A.S. Dilip Kumar, converted to Islam as a young man, a life-changing decision deeply woven into his journey both spiritually and professionally. His faith not only transformed his personal life, but also greatly influenced his artistry. Rahman embraced Islam following the untimely death of his father, a pivotal moment that led his family to seek solace in spirituality. Guided by his mother, he converted at the age of 23 and adopted the name Allah Raka Rahman, which means protected by God. He has spoken about how Islam gave him a renewed sense of peace and purpose. "It's the grace of God that I've been able to accomplish what I have," he often states, attributing his success to his faith. The surprise of Rahman's religious identity stems from his immense popularity in the secular global music industry, where his spiritual devotion is often overshadowed by his musical genius. Yet, his Islamic beliefs are evident in the way he approaches his craft, with a focus on creating art that uplifts and transcends cultural boundaries. Rahman's compositions often feature spiritual themes, blending traditional Sufi influences with contemporary sounds. His faith also fuels his humanitarian efforts, Through his work and philanthropy, A.R. Rahman showcases the harmony between devotion and creativity, inspiring millions with his story of faith, resilience, and extraordinary musical talent. Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali, the talented and versatile actor who has made history with his Academy Award wins, is a proud Muslim, a fact that has surprised and inspired many. He became the first Muslim actor to win an Oscar when he received the award for Moonlight in 2017, followed by another for Green Book in 2019. Ali's journey to Islam began in 1999, when he converted to the Ahmadiyya branch of Islam, a decision that transformed his outlook on life and spirituality. Raised as Mahershala al-Hashbaz Gilmore in a Christian household, Ali's path to faith was deeply personal and marked by reflection. His conversion came during a period of self-discovery as he was building his acting career. "Your job is to love people," he has said, highlighting how Islam teaches compassion and respect, values that influence both his personal life and the way he navigates Hollywood. What makes Ali's faith surprising to some is his ability to maintain a strong religious identity in an industry where spirituality is not often highlighted. His roles in films like Moonlight and Green Book, and even his guest appearance on Rami, showcase his acting depth, but his personal life is marked by spiritual discipline. Ali has openly discussed navigating the challenges of being a Muslim actor, including the struggle to refuse roles that conflict with his beliefs. Mahershala Ali's success challenges stereotypes about Muslims in entertainment and stands as a testament to how faith can coexist with an award-winning career. His story continues to pave the way for more representation and understanding in the world of film and beyond. Riz Ahmed. Riz Ahmed, the groundbreaking actor and rapper, is a trailblazer for Muslim and South Asian representation in Hollywood. In 2017, he made history as the first Muslim and South Asian man to win an Emmy for acting, earning the accolade for his powerful performance in The Night Of. But what's perhaps less known about Ahmed is how deeply his Muslim faith informs both his life and his art. Born in London to Pakistani immigrant parents, Ahmed grew up navigating the complexities of being a British Muslim in a post-9/11 world. His faith and cultural background have always been a source of strength, but also a subject of intense reflection, especially given the stereotypes often attached to Muslims in Western media. "Islam gives me grounding," Ahmed has said, describing how his beliefs shape his values, from his commitment to social justice to his thoughtful approach to his career. The surprise surrounding Ahmed's faith comes from the versatility of his roles, which range from intense dramas to blockbuster hits like Rogue One, a Star Wars story. As a rapper under the name Riz MC, he addresses themes of identity, faith, and belonging, using his platform to challenge Islamophobia and advocate for marginalized communities. Ahmed's work, whether in film, television, or music, embodies a powerful message. Being Muslim is not a limiting label, but rather an enriching, multi-dimensional part of his identity. His success continues to shatter barriers, inspiring a new generation to see that faith and modern, impactful storytelling can go hand in hand. Jermaine Jackson. Jermaine Jackson, a prominent member of the legendary Jackson family, an older brother to pop icon Michael Jackson, made headlines when he converted to Islam in 1989. This spiritual shift occurred after a transformative visit to Bahrain, where he connected deeply with the teachings and principles of Islam. His conversion has since become a meaningful part of his identity, even though it is often overshadowed by the fame surrounding his family. Jermaine's journey toward Islam began as he sought peace and purpose beyond the glamour and chaos of his music career. "Having embraced Islam, I felt a new sense of tranquility and direction," he shared, describing how the faith's emphasis on compassion, humility, and gratitude resonated with him. He chose the name Muhammad Abdulaziz, although he continues to be widely known as Jermaine Jackson. Fans are often surprised by his religious devotion, especially given the secular and extravagant image traditionally associated with the entertainment world. Despite the challenges, Jermaine has remained a dedicated advocate for his faith, using his platform to promote understanding and bridge cultural divides. He has spoken publicly about how Islam has provided him with moral guidance, especially during times of personal and professional upheaval. So there you have it, proof that fame can bring out the worst in people. It's a harsh reminder that celebrities, no matter how talented or beloved, are still human and capable of some seriously disappointing behavior. But maybe there's more to the story. Fame isn't easy, and sometimes the pressure gets the best of even the biggest stars. What do you think? Should we give them a pass or hold them accountable? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if this left you wanting more drama, don't miss our last video, Top Hated Celebs 2024. It's packed with shocking reveals you won't believe. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the countdown, and don't forget to subscribe to Iconic Inside. Click the bell so you never miss another juicy celebrity scoop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more iconic content.